Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Featherstone here, episode 408 of the Pancakes and Powerslams show. 408 straight weeks of this show. Can you believe that? That is amazing. We are live and living Culligan, funky like a monkey, if you will. I got a gem tonight for you all. I've said this before. There's certain relationships that you build with some of the interviews that you have. You have a wrestler journalist relationship with certain people, and sometimes they don't go past the interview. Sometimes that's as far as it goes, but not with this person. This person, over the past, I don't know, but I think I first interviewed him like 4 years ago, maybe like 2016 or something like that. And since then, man, we've been good buddies, and he's been through a lot, and he's been through ups and downs, and he's really in a good space right now. And I'm really, really excited to bring him back on the show. I'm actually trying to see when I had him on the show. I think it was 2016, if I'm not mistaken. September the 8th, 2015. Wow. That is... Yeah, September of 2015. That was the last time I had him on the show. That's crazy. That's been too long. So it's been, it's been 4.5 years just about. So, wow. So I'm glad to have him back. So over the past 4.5 years, man, we've kept in touch. We encourage each other a lot, man. And he's just a really solid dude. So I really appreciate him, just from a personal level, even away from being from a professional level. So without a further ado, he is my guy, Rico Constantino. How are you today, sir?
Oh, I'm a lot better. I'm doing great. Living in Las Vegas still, and I'm healthy.
Yes.
And you're right. It was September 2015, and that's right before I took ill. And for the next 3 years, it didn't look good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, share your story from then, because there was a GoFundMe that I started, and
Yes,
that helped you a lot with the medical bills and things like that. It was a
yes, it
really,
did.
really, really tough journey for you.
Yeah, between you, Kenny Bolin, and
Mm-hmm.
Cauliflower Alley,
Mm-hmm.
it saved me from losing my house.
Wow.
So I was a police officer, and
Mm-hmm.
I was getting symptoms all the way through 2015. My arms were going numb, my legs were going numb. I was getting spasms, hard to breathe. My workouts were declining, but I would just kept overlooking it, just going, okay, no, I'm getting older. I'm going through that phase. I can work through it. I can work through it. And I kept doing it until January 23rd of 2016. And I didn't know it at the time. I thought I had the flu really bad, bronchitis, and I was in bed for 3 days. And I went to the emergency room, local hospital, and they x-rayed me. I gave them my symptoms, and they said, well, we can't find nothing, but we can give you pain pills. I said, yes, I'm in pain, but I want to breathe. It's not just I'm in pain. I want to be able to breathe.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we can't find anything. So they sent me home, and I laid in bed another 9 days. And then I went to my doctor, and she heard me cough. She sent me immediately for a CAT scan, and they found 2 blood clots,
Wow.
one in each lung, and it almost killed me.
Wow.
And from that day, I ran through all my sick leave, my annual leave, my catastrophic leave, all the way through to December, and I had to medically retire from law enforcement
Wow.
because I couldn't go on. I couldn't do the job functions,
Mm-hmm.
and I laid in bed for 3 years, 20 hours a day. And like I said, a long laundry list of medical conditions, post-concussion syndrome, vertigo, tinnitus. My blood pressure was 180 over 110. My pulse was anywhere between 95 and 115. And I started gaining weight, and I ballooned up to 272 pounds. My cholesterol level was 252. I had sleep apnea. My stopped breathing anywhere between 15 to 18 times a night. Had to have a CPAP machine.
Mm.
So that went on for 3 years until a good friend of mine who I worked with after I retired from WWE and was going through a police academy, he contacted me and said, "Hey, what's going on?" I said I was sick. He said, "Not you, not you." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "We need to talk." Come to find out, he's a vegan.
Mm-hmm.
He was on juice therapy. He talked about the Gerson therapy. I watched 5 different documentaries about the 4th of January. And on the 9th of January, I decided that's it. I'm going vegan. I'm doing this juice cleanse, and I'm getting on something called the Gerson therapy. So 3 years, 15 prescriptions, 3 different shot therapies. Doctors couldn't fix me. In 3 months of doing this, I dropped 68 pounds in 60 days.
Wow.
I had my blood tested from January, where I told you what it was, to April. My cholesterol went from 252 to 104.
Wow.
Blood clots were gone. The ringing in my ears stopped. My blood pressure went down. It's like 116/74 now. My pulse is anywhere between 59 and 70. I don't wear the CPAP machine anymore. I sleep. I'm 204 pounds. My waist was 45. Now it's 32. I'm fitting in my old jeans.
Wow.
Back when I was a wrestler, 32-inch jeans. I'm back to work. I started work July 5th, and I'm working my way back.
Wow, man.
And it's amazing, and I praise God for that. God put Scott back in my path. We met, and I thought God was finished with me. I thought, okay, I'm done. I'm going to go home. And I came to terms with that because of such a blessed life that I have had, that God has allowed me to live. I mean, you've seen the Wikipedia pages, but I'm like jack of all trades, master of none, you can say. I'm kind of like the epitome of that, with all the careers, American Gladiators, playing Batman in the stunt show, Power Team, WWE. I went to France, competed in their type of gladiator show, and police officer, bodyguard. I thought, okay, that's enough. For me to ask for any more time on this planet would be greedy and selfish. So I just had the attitude, okay, Lord, when you're ready, take me home. And the way I looked at it for the 2 years was, if I woke up, I took my medicine. If I didn't, hopefully I'd be sitting right in front of Jesus. So,
wow.
Yeah. And then Scott came, and I started getting better and better. And I just said, well, I guess you're not done with me, God. I guess there's something for me to do here on this planet still. So,
wow.
I'm just letting the Lord lead me. He's opening doors again. He's opening a lot of doors. So
yeah, man, that's amazing. Wow. That's inspirational.
You know what, Chris? I'll tell you this. I know we're going to talk about it. I videoed myself daily. I weighed myself every week. I took pictures every week. I have all this raw footage to show people actually what I did. Don't just take my word for it. I did a daily thing. I have all this footage. I have nobody to put it together. I was going to put it on YouTube and just give it for free and show people, listen, this is the way I healed my body so my body could heal me.
Wow.
And I wish I could find somebody to put all this footage together so I could just show it to the world.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of support from our fans of the show too. So just let me know, man. I think you should definitely YouTube it. I think that would be a good platform.
If anybody out there, anybody that wants to put the footage together, I mean, I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it to help somebody else in the world. Maybe they need some of this. Maybe they are sick too. I don't want money. I just if somebody would donate time and put it together, I'll give it to them.
Yeah. So for those listeners, a lot of people. There was 43 live right now with us and counting. For those who are listening right now live and those who will be listening archived, for someone who's willing to donate their time to compile, who's really good in videography and can put some things together and make it work and have a good presentation, reach out to me and I'll text I'll text Rico and
please reach out to Chris.
You got a lot of yes, it is Antoine Mo, it is Rico, yes. Oh, Donnie says, I hope you get the 2020 WWE Hall of Fame of the Warrior Award. That would be
wow. Wow.
interesting.
That's
Yeah.
up to Vince, and
Yeah.
you know,
We'll see. We'll see about
we'll see.
that. We have some questions too, but I want to get into the heart of what we were supposed to be talking about. And then I'll take some questions. It's
Okay.
actually the viewer count has went up to 50 now. So yeah, we've
Hello,
got
50.
yeah. So yeah, we've got a lot of people right now supporting the show. So 52 now. All right, so we're going to talk about this. So the heart of the conversation tonight, this Sunday is the Royal Rumble for WWE. So you had experience working in the Royal Rumble in 2004, and that's also the Rumble that Chris Benoit won. So we're going to talk about a little bit of Royal Rumble secrets and also your experience with Chris Benoit.
Okay.
As far as, and then we'll take a few questions if you have some time at the end there.
As much as you need, Chris.
Awesome. We went up to 55 now, so people are interested in Rico right now. So,
That's still so humbling. I can't even believe it.
that's
I've been
that's
going
awesome.
15 years.
Yep, people still
Wow.
like you, man. You're still the man. All right, so let's talk about 2004 Royal Rumble. So we actually talked on the phone earlier today, and I was like, and you were telling me some things.
Yeah.
And I was like, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, you said 47. We're actually on two platforms now. We're on Wrestling Rumors and Slam Buzz. So it's more, it's the number that you see plus plus a whole entirely different platform. We're at two platforms right now. So yeah. 2004, you won the Royal Rumble, and we were talking on the phone. And you were telling me, because I always wanted to know about just like the tricks of the trade when it comes to the Royal Rumble and just really how it's produced. It's probably one of the most difficult produced matches of the year, because you have to talk about 30 people and how you assort them. But you gave me some really, really interesting information I never knew about. Now, I didn't know that, you have producers for every match and things like that, and they talk about the match and so forth. I did know that.
The road agents.
Yeah, you have the agents. But what I didn't know was something you shared with me earlier, was basically there's kind of a rhyme or reason for how everyone's eliminated. And
Yes.
and you shared how you were eliminated. You stayed a little bit over a minute in the 2004 Royal Rumble. You were eliminated by Randy Orton that year. So go a little bit. So share with the live crowd as far as just the backstage meeting. I call it the Royal Rumble secrets. Just how does it look backstage? Is everybody assorted together? And how does the agent talk to the people? And then you also share with me the person who. So basically, you knew who was going to eliminate you, and then you guys talked as far as how the spot goes, and go a little bit more into that. I thought it was really cool.
Well, first, they have the production meeting with Vince and all the agents, and they set up the show and stuff like that. And they've already picked the 30 people, and you have your main players. You work backwards from the winner back, and you have your main characters, the superstars, and you have the people that are main players. Some feuds, they do the heel face thing, and then you have your, I guess, background or your spice. We were like just a flavor. We were just the add-ins, and I was one of just the add-ins. And agent gets down there. I don't know if it was Arn or Pat Patterson, but after the meeting, we all gather in the arena around the ring. We're all on one section, and they're talking about, what's going to happen and what's going on. Lost you there? Oh, there you are. So, the main players get all their spots and stuff like that, and then they just stuff the people in certain spots. And they say, okay, well, you're going to come in you're going to be number 16. You're going to go in there, and Orton's going to eliminate you. And this is how he's going to eliminate you. So now you already got who and how. So you're going to go in there. Now you have to make, you don't want any contact with Orton prior to that, because then you're going to be fighting, and you get how much time you're going to be in there. A minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes. Some people longer. Some people eliminate other people, but it has to fall into place. Mm-hmm. And I kind of got my training when I did the Billy and Chuck wedding. Mm. I mean, that was a whole 4 or 5 page segment, and everything that happened in the wedding went off of cues. And that's the same thing the Rumble does. Goes off of cues and spots and stuff like that. When this spot happens, they're in the gorilla box. Vince is up there. Okay, go. Bing, here goes this one. Okay, this is that one. The ref has a thing in the ear, and they're shouting to the ref to tell, okay, he eliminates him. He eliminates him. Go tell him. Go tell them. In case people forget. It's 30 people. It's a constant. Everything's constantly in motion. You just can't stop.
Yeah.
So,
that's really interesting.
Man, here I come. You look so good to me, and I go running in. So I get in there as I'm running. I look where Orton is, and then I go the opposite side. And I can't remember what I did. If I did the jumping Itsuguri or the step over, look at my ass, butt kick. Mm-hmm. And, I just did a couple of things. And then Randy and I got together, did a couple things, boom, boom, boom. And then over I went. Mm-hmm. And that was it. And then you just go.
Wow. That is really interesting stuff. A lot of people are like, "Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was produced like that."
That sounds simple, but you've also got to think of everybody else's spot before you, and then after you, and you always got to think of all of a sudden if somebody messes up, or somebody gets injured, gets hurt the hard way. Mm-hmm. You got to think on the fly. Make up for it. Listen, what if Randy got hurt? What if he hit his head, got knocked out or something? Yeah. Who's going to eliminate me? But I have to be gone.
I wonder if he was what if he was with someone else at the minute
and he's
mark?
Missing the spot. I can't go up there and go, hey, you're supposed to eliminate me. Right. Leave Edge alone. What are you doing? Slap me in the face. Back then I should have kissed him. I don't know.
That is so funny, man. I really interesting way that it's produced. So funny. As many years as I've been a journalist, and as much as I wanted to find that out, how does that even work? I think you shared it greatly. I think people other than myself, or as we see in the chat, it's like, I didn't even know that. That's really cool.
A lot goes into it.
Yeah.
Cool. And it depends on, like I said, each person doing their part. All the little parts add up to the big part.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that was 2004. So that was only a couple of years into Orton's run. I think he's
First was Brock on Raw, then I came out on SmackDown, and then slowly and surely everybody else came out.
Yeah, and that was that big OVW HWA bunch, right? So
my gosh, I forgot about HWA. Yeah. And I held the belt.
Yeah. Yeah. So and you were a bit older than the rest, because I think Orton is one of the youngest. He's not even 40 yet. And then
I signed my contract at 38 and a half and debuted on TV at 40.
Wow. Yeah. And you became tag champ. How old were you a tag champ?
I first with Takeshi, with Billy and Chuck, and then with Charlie Haas. So I don't know my age. In between 40 and 44.
Wow.
I think 2002. So I might have been 41 the first time.
Wow.
And then 43. And then I think November was the last. Like I said, and then Vince and I got in a kind of a dispute about a raise and stuff like that. And then I was released on February 2nd, 2005, in which I went to Japan that night and won the tag titles with Bull Buchanan.
Oh, right. It was All Japan, right?
All Japan.
Yeah. Wow, that's really cool, man. That's
and the funny thing is WWE was in Tokyo. when we won the titles.
Yeah.
And Bull and I went to the Hard Rock and met everybody there. So I was like, hey, what's that? We're talking. And I walked, and I wanted to say, I looked up, and all of a sudden there was the dead man.
The Taker. Wow.
Hello. Yeah.
Nice.
What are you doing here? I'm with All Japan now, sir.
Yeah. Wow. That's really cool. Appreciate you sharing that information about the Rumble. Got a bunch of questions here, but I do want to quickly, and you guys have the hashtags right. Axe Rico. So there's a bunch of questions there that I'll pull up here in a bit. All right. So Chris Benoit won the 2004 Royal Rumble. He lastly eliminated Big Show, I believe, was the last person in the match. And so you shared some interesting things about Benoit, how he actually gave you some really good pointers and how his demeanor was. Just typically from your interaction, how his demeanor was, and just your thoughts on that 2007 tragic day.
Well, the 2007, that I didn't know that person. The Chris Benoit I knew was kind, generous, genuine, a professional, consummate professional. Always was there if you had a question. I can't tell you how many times when I would go out to TV taping or even a house show, he'd be sitting in the auditorium halfway up about eye level where the cameras were for the ring. And I would think of stuff, and me still being new and green in the business, I would think of stuff and I would think it would be great, and it would be a not so great. So I'd always talk to Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Fit Finlay. I mean, these were Pat Patterson. These are the people I went to when I really wanted, a straight answer.
Yeah.
And I would always, this is how I picture Benoit. He'd always be sitting in the audience chewing on coffee straws. He would always chew on coffee stirrers. And he'd get 2 or 3 at a time. And he'd be thinking about stuff. And Chris, can I bother you a second? Yeah. I got this idea about this, and that. And you could tell when I was looking at him that he was really thinking and analyzing what I said and where to put it in a match. And that's what I meant by genuine. I never got the impression of, yeah, okay, Rico, yeah, you're nothing but a sideshow, sideburn freak or anything like that, or makeup and stuff. He always was genuine, and he always gave me great advice, along with Chris Jericho and Fit. I mean, that move where I would spin kick him to the stomach and then step over and kick him, that Fit Finlay thought of that for me.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. Cool stuff. Well,
like I said, I personally never saw that man get angry or raise his voice. Never in the years I was working with him. Never. Even when I thought he had a right to get mad.
Yeah.
He never got mad.
Yeah.
The 2007, I'm really hurt about that. That's the way this man's career ended, and the way his life ended and his family ended. It's just sad.
Yeah,
especially Daniel. I got to meet Daniel.
Oh wow.
So.
Wow. Well, it's tough, man. It's really tough, especially since especially the people who've actually had relationship with Chris, like yourself, and like you said, his son Daniel and his wife Nancy, and it's really tough to really. I mean, that's just a mark that'll never go away. Simple as that.
I mean, I wasn't as close as Chris Jericho was, or most of his friends.
Yeah.
Just
Chavo.
I just.
Yeah.
It's sad. It
is.
It's sad.
Yep, that it is. I appreciate you sharing your experience with Chris. Let's get some questions for Rico Constantino, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
Hey, Chris,
What's
Can I
up?
say something quick?
Yeah,
This is my
absolutely.
granddaughter.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's your granddaughter's name?
Tell her.
Destiny.
Destiny. That's a very
You know, I delivered her while I was on duty as a
wow.
cop.
Wow. Really cool.
My daughter had a C-section, and I went in on my lunch break and pulled her out, cut the cord, washed her off, 10 fingers, 10 toes, went right back to work.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Took
That's
all of
really cool.
40 minutes.
Destiny's tired. Destiny's tired. It's West Coast time. It's only like what 8:30 your time. So
Yeah, she's about to go to bed. She got to go to school.
all right. Good night, Destiny.
Bye.
Let's see. Let's start with Elvis. What do you miss the most about WWE?
The fans. I miss the fans.
Yeah.
I miss entertaining them. I miss making them yell, Rico sucks. And I miss making them laugh when I used to smack people on the butt and ride them like a horse. That's what I missed. I miss the fans.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Robbie's asking, first off, congrats on the health. You were known for the mutton chops. What was that something you had for your character, or was it a company thing?
Mutton chops. Actually, when I was in the dark matches, when they called me up, because they were going to cut me, when they called me, I was doing the dark matches and the house shows, and Raven came up to me. And because one day I'd be a heel, other day I'd be a face, I'd be a heel, a face. I was doing them both on the road. And Raven says, what do you like being, a heel or a face? I said, I love being a heel. He says, you got to do something about your face. I said, what? He goes, you're too pretty. He says, grow some sideburns or something. I said, okay. Well, I started to grow them, and that's right when I got called up. It's a funny thing. But he wanted me to grow like the honky-tonk sideburns or the rock sideburns. And I was like, they already did that, so I didn't want to follow. So I grew the Wolverine type sideburns.
Yeah.
And, you know, and he won't take credit for it. But he's the one that gave me the idea about the mutton chops.
Nice. Nice.
Scott did.
Raven was instrumental in you becoming WWE Tag Team Champion because of your popularity. So you also shared something about Pat Patterson earlier to me about how he was instrumental in you having that tag run. Share that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, when Billy, after the wedding, and then I did 3-minute warning with rest in peace to Rosey and Jamal, and they disbanded 3-minute warning, and then they approached me to do the Adrian Street character. So I was doing that, and I did a Velocity with Jamie Noble, and they said, okay, you're ready. We're going to put you on SmackDown. First match was with Charlie Haas, and I came out with Miss Jackie, and to finish the match, I kissed Charlie right on the mouth, and he couldn't come back in, so I won via countout. I guess Pat Patterson liked the match because I pulled Charlie's pants down during the match on the sunset flip because I sunsetted him and he wouldn't go down and he was going to punch me, so I yanked his pants down. So he mooned the audience.
Yeah.
And he played opposite me pretty good. Mm-hmm. So the next week, I think we were in Ottawa, and Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty were tag champs. And they already had the production meeting and they already had the matches set. Well, Pat Patterson came up to me and says, you know what? You and Charlie should be tag champions. I said, how's that work? I said, I'm a face. Rikishi's a face. Scotty's a face. Charlie's a heel. He's I'll be back. He went and talked to Vince and he got it changed.
Wow.
And it was Charlie Haas and I going against Rikishi, but Charlie didn't know it was me. Uh-huh. That's the funny part. So Charlie, I guess, when he was the world's greatest tag team with Shelton, well, he was up to shoot for the tag titles in the storyline. So he goes out there to take on Rikishi and Scotty with a mystery partner. And Schimmel's announcing, and Charlie's mystery partner is, and Charlie's waiting, he's doing his stuff, and all of a sudden my music hits. And I just kissed him the week before. Mm-hmm. Well, he's flipping out. No. Well, we do the match, and Rikishi did very well, and Pat putting it together where it worked. And Charlie and I ended up being tag titles, and then there you had the threesome, where it was Jackie loves me, I like Charlie, Charlie likes Jackie. Uh-huh. Oh,
Yeah.
that worked for a while.
Yeah.
And you never knew what was going to happen. Like Charlie was always, oh my God, Rico, with the padding, come on, get serious. Charlie was always, get serious, get serious. And I'm always flaunting around. You know, as you could tell in the matches, I'd smack Charlie on the butt, or I'd go to tag out and I'd put my hand up like that, and he would go to tag my hand, I'd move it, and he would go like this.
Yeah.
Point at it. You know, just little innuendos and stuff like that to loosen him up.
Yeah. Wow. Very interesting.
So,
Yeah, that's really cool. Really interesting way that, again, an interesting backstage story that Pat Patterson was pulled for you to become tag champ.
yeah.
Cole is asking, who was the toughest American Gladiator?
Gemini.
Oh, he was tough. Yeah.
He was he was big, but he wasn't the biggest. Thunder was the biggest, but I'm talking about all around athlete was Gemini. He used to play for the Pats. He used to play for the New England Patriots.
Football player, nice.
Yeah, football player.
Robert, what is a memory? I guess that you have from WWE.
Man, they're all memories. My gosh, just having a shot that Vince gives me a shot at 38 and a half years old.
Yeah.
To be a member of the family and be part of the WWE universe.
Yeah.
That's a memory. Stone Cold stunning me in Louisville before I got called up. Wrestling Ric Flair. You know, Kane. I'm just being a part of the family. That's my memory.
Yeah, that's awesome. Elvis, what do you miss the most about Jamal and Rosey?
They were characters. They came from a long family, and they had a lot of knowledge. They helped me be better, as Billy Gunn did. When I first got there, I was a wrestler and barely that. So when I debut on TV, I'm a manager.
Yeah.
What do I know about managing? I talked about, I said, Billy, what do I do? He goes, don't worry, kid, I got you. Just do what I tell you. And I did. And then I became a manager.
Yeah.
And that was Billy. I give Billy Gunn credit for that.
Yeah, you fit very well as a manager. I think it was a really good move. Yeah. Cole, anybody suspect? Did anybody suspect that Cena would become a megastar in OVW? I guess would become a WWE megastar while he's in OVW.
I don't know. When they brought John in, he had just done one of these TV shows where you hunt people down. I forgot the name of it. And he came in. I went from Rico the American Gladiator face to after I got my quad torn. I came back as a heel with Bolin Services, and I brought John Cena. Well, that's the storyline. Cena came in, and he came in as my prototype.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the role model, and I was telling the people of Louisville, this is how you need to be, like my prototype. I'm your role model, and which got the heat like you wouldn't believe. So, but Cena had it when we were there. Promo, I mean, my gosh, I have to tell him how to do a promo. Between him and Bolin, we all three had our area, and we got along great. I mean, each of us knew what we wanted to do. I mean, John, he'd go, all I want to do is kick, stomp, and punch. I'll tag you in for the fancy stuff. So,
a lot of people would say that he did that throughout the rest of his career too, for the most part.
If it works,
but he got 16 title reigns though, so he's, yeah, one of the most popular in WWE history. So obviously something worked. Yeah. Jamie's, I got a few more for you. Jamie's asking, did you go back to the police? Did you go back to police work, and how did the boys in the locker room to the Who, Chuck, and Billy gimmick? So, I guess react to that. How do the boys react to it?
Well, I went back into police work after I retired from WWE, and I worked for the state of Nevada as an investigator, and I also worked for the United States Marshals part-time as a district security officer. So I was a state police officer along with a district security officer for the U.S. Marshals. So I processed prisoners and stuff like that. And of course, they knew who I was, just without the mutton chops. So nobody ever disrespected me because they all said, wow, how did you do all that? Because those two characters that Vince gave me are the exact opposite of who I am in life. I mean, just look at my background. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying, for me, Stone Cold is Stone Cold because he plays Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Taker's Taker because he plays Taker. Cena's Cena because he plays John Cena. That's who John Cena is. He raps and he wears the jean shorts and the chain. I mean, that's who he is. He's just volume turned up to 10. It's just, for me, I had to just get into character to play those two roles. Yeah.
Cole is asking, how did it feel to beat the Nature Boy?
Well, wow. An honor. That was nice of Vince to give me the match. I believe he gave me the match because I did so well with the Billy and Chuck thing. And I think that if that would have been live, that'd have been the best event in WWE history. Maybe the two Hebners was pretty good too.
Yeah.
With Hulk, with the twin Hebners. Yeah. But if this wasn't taped and the wrestling sheets didn't put it out, because Vince kayfabed everybody. Mm-hmm. Eric showed up to the arena dressed up in makeup. Vince catered to him all day, showed him around. Eric played that old man all day. The only people knew it was Eric was Rosey, Jamal, Billy, Chuck, me, Stephanie. That was it.
Yeah.
Nobody else. And when he said, "Did I hear myself say 3 minutes?" the audience went, oh, so much you could feel a vacuum in the arena.
Yep.
I mean, you could have heard a pin drop. Everybody was kayfabe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had Eric on my show a couple of times, and still keep in contact. And he shared that before, as far as like it was like no one knew except for just a very tight bunch. Yeah. Yep.
Only the people involved.
Yep.
That was it.
And that's good too. I mean, that really keeps the character together. Yeah.
Yeah.
How bad was the injury you sustained to Bubba Ray?
Yeah, it was in Chicago, Allstate Arena. He threw me out of the ring. My leg hit the second rope and it tore my hamstring. That was one. Well, that's for the tag title. So I got back in the ring and he pushed me in the corner and I told him I tore my hamstring. He didn't care. He shot me corner to corner. And I'm trying to work on this and my hamstring is torn. And then I tried to hit him. Boom, I fell down. And then to pin me, he didn't just pin me. He took his legs, put them on the second turnbuckle, and bent both my legs over my head and tore it again. And he tore it when he suplexed me too. So 3 different times, in 3 different places, he tore my hamstring. Mm. So I was out a few months with that one.
Yeah. And for those who want a little bit more on that, go back to the 2015 interview that I had with Rico, and he goes a little bit more into that. You still stay in contact with Chris Jericho?
I went to the AEW match here, and I saw him there. He was getting ready for his Omega match, so I didn't talk to him too much. Mm-hmm. I also saw the very first man I wrestled in my entire career in EWF, Christopher Daniels.
Oh.
Yeah, he was, nice. He was called the Fallen Angel back then.
Yeah. He's kind of reviving that now. Yeah. The Fallen Angel gimmick. Yeah, Chris is he's a cool dude, man. I've had him on the show before, and we still keep in contact. So he's really cool. All right, so a couple more. Juanito, what do you think that the WWE lacks today compared to the early 2000s?
Wow, we could spend everything on that. I don't know. Where's the story? Where's the story in the matches? You know, where are these storylines coming from? Why aren't they telling it in the ring?
Yeah, I agree.
You know, in a nutshell.
Yep. Joseph's asking, who was your favorite opponent and why?
Oh man, I had a lot of favorite opponents, but Rey Mysterio, he was fun. RVD was fun. Each of them had their own flavor. Even Hardcore Holly was fun if you didn't take them too seriously. You know, Spike Dudley was great. I mean, everybody had their own little flavor. Tommy Dreamer, Stevie Richards.
Yeah.
You know, each of them had, and they wanted to work with me. With the Rico, the stylist character, they understood it, and they understood just Rico character, the Adrian Street character, and they knew how to work with me back and forth. I remember. I'll give you another Bubba Ray story. We're doing the 6-man. You know, Charlie, Jackie, and me against Don, Bubba Ray, and Devon, and No Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
When Don Marie was trying to steal Charlie from Jackie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Bubba says, I ain't doing any of that bleep crap. I said, all right, fine. You know, and then the agent asked, I said, well, you don't want to do anything. Because we were the semi-man. He didn't want to entertain. Well, he got called to the back, and I guess it with Vince, and he came out and goes, okay, we'll do it. And I kissed Bubba on the mouth in that match, but I didn't think of that spot. Bubba thought of that spot where he got Jackie and he put her on her knees and he put his hands behind his back, wanted to kiss from her. She snuck away, tagged me in. I snuck in, rubbed his head. Oh, Bubba. And he's like, yeah, baby, yeah. And I gave him a kiss right on the mouth. And then he did the Home Alone. Oh! I thought Taz was going to pee his pants. He was laughing so hard. And that's how I knew things I did was funny. If I got Cole or Taz to pop.
Oh, nice. That's
if I got them to pop, I knew it was funny.
Yeah, that's a good litmus test right there. Do you have any urge to return to the ring?
Wow. For who?
I guess for anyone, this period.
Well, I was 44 when I retired. I am 58 now. So it'd have to be one heck of a storyline. And I'd have to be taken care of because I have my granddaughter that I'm raising. Yeah. I have to think of her too. I mean, sure. You got to take your ego out of it. As much as your ego says yes, you go do it. You gotta think realistically.
Yep, indeed.
You know, if they had a great storyline, who says? Who knows? I'm like I said, I'm healthy. I'm moving around and I'm working out again. You know.
Yeah. Awesome. Last question. What's your favorite backstage story to tell that you didn't get to tell much?
Oh my God. Backstage. I don't know. Maybe you can help me. I don't know. Maybe too many chair shots and too many 3Ds.
Anything? I mean, anybody? Any?
Give me a hint. Somebody out there. Give me a hint. What kind of story? I just ring my bell.
Yeah, I think he's really looking for like something that fans may not know about, like anything happened backstage while you were in WWE that you saw or involved you that people may not know about. Just a conversation.
Well, I'll give you a taker one real quick. It's a real short one.
All right.
You know, when I did the Rico makeup character.
Yeah.
And you know, the dead man, he has the eyeliner under his eyes. Well, I'm in the bathroom. We're in this arena, and I'm putting on my razzle dazzle, and I'm getting in there, and all of a sudden the dead man walks in, and he's menacing anyway. And boom, he's in his outfit. He's got his hat in his hand, puts it on, and he goes into the mirror and he starts putting on his eyeliner, real slow, steps back and looks. Gets back in and does it again. And then I'm watching him. one, I'm amazed because I got the dead man standing next to me. And then I look at him and all of a sudden the back of my just pops in my head. He starts to go for the other eye and I go, "Sir, would you like to use some of my makeup?" He stopped what he was doing and he gives me one of these. No. Real small. And I said, "Okay." And I continued on with my stuff. And he walked away.
Oh man, that's I don't think there could have been a better backstage story to share than that one.
Good night, honey.
Oh man, well, my friend, it has been a pleasure, man. I appreciate you joining me today, and
Thank you for having me, Chris.
It's been too long. I didn't know it was 4.5 years since you've been.
I didn't know it was that long, but
yeah.
Like I said, you always checked on me when I was sick. You always shot me a text. You always called, "Brother, how you feeling? Is everything okay?" You know, you prayed for me. You had friends pray for me. You know, you were there throughout my illness, and I really appreciate you standing with me and praying for me and keep me in your thoughts and keeping your fans to keep me in their thoughts. You know, I got a lot of nice letters, the GoFundMe. I mean, I appreciate everything everybody gave. I mean, I can't express how thankful I am. And Kenny Bolin started a PayPal account, and that he stepped forward because when I told you I didn't want it.
Yeah,
you know that. You know, and
yeah, I was very hard on Rico at that time. I had to play, brother in Christ and just be firm. And he was reluctant towards to a lot of things, and I was like, "Dude, we're going to start this. I don't care what you have to say about it." and Jericho ended up tweeting my my GoFundMe page that I started. So he donated to it. So it was really really cool and helpful. So I'm thankful for that.
And Chris even came to my home and did Talk as Jericho.
Yep, he did.
Because I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. So.
And my granddaughter just loves Chris.
Yeah, that's
still to this day.
Nice. I think you got a favorite. Rico's my new favorite guest, most humble human I've heard talk to this day. There you go, man.
Well, thank you, Cole. Thank you,
Rico. It's been a pleasure, man. I'll keep in touch, man. You know how it is, man. We'll chat soon.
Please. And if anybody can help with the footage and get it together and maybe help somebody else in this world. Yeah. Somebody else might be going through something and they need the Lord and they need ways to get better.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Yep. Talk to you soon, my friend.
All righty.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. My guy, Rico Constantino. Huge thanks for coming on the show tonight. That was absolutely awesome. And it's great to have him back on the show again. I did not know it was that long that he hasn't been on the show, but I'm definitely happy to bring him that he was on tonight. It was absolutely incredible. All right, so my guy Evan, let's see. He just sent me a message. Let's see. I'm trying to bring my guy Evan Tech Proud on. Before I do that, I actually have, guys, guess what? After 408 episodes, I finally created an intro video. Can you believe that? So I am going to play the intro video, and oh man, y'all joking about the Titans. Thanks, Joseph. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming through. Joseph, looks like it is a Joseph looks like you're a newcomer to the PNP Nation. So everybody, welcome Joseph to the show. Okay, we're good with Evan now. Okay, good stuff. Evan Tech Proud, how you doing tonight, sir?
Doing all right, man. Got a little cough, but I'm here.
Awesome.
Live.
Awesome.
It's a little rough, but I'm here. PNP Nation.
Yeah.
I randomly start coughing a little bit. I apologize. Illuminati.
No worries.
Probably Sean go. Got me with their warrior flair, warrior curse.
We got some new people to the PNP Nation. Let's see. Let's give some people some love here. We got some newcomers to the PNP Nation.
Welcome.
Let's see. Oh wait. I'm gonna play my intro video too, for you to see too.
Thank you.
So PNP Nation got some newcomers to the PNP Nation. We got Joseph. Welcome Joseph to the PNP Nation. Welcome Juanito to the PNP Nation. Got some newcomers. Welcome Charlie to the PNP Nation.
Faces.
Hello, everyone. That's all. Also, always good to have new people join the PNP Nation. All right, guys. So guess what? Look, I've got an intro. Marissa's back and better than ever. Welcome, Marissa. Welcome, Jonathan, to the PNP Nation. Got some newcomers. Good stuff, guys. Got some newcomers to the PNP Nation tonight. All right, so after 408 episodes, it will be 8 years in April, the first Tuesday in April, 8 years. I finally got the time to 8. That's right. That's why it says it took 400 episodes with following intro, Chris. Yeah, I just haven't had the time to do it. I actually had someone volunteer to do it for me for free, who's into video and production and stuff. I just didn't have the time to do it. I had to cut up footage and do a bunch of editing. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it myself. All right. So I had some time, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, this is the intro video of the Pancakes and Powerslams show. Here we go.
Yeah. You already know what time it is. It's that official time. Where we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in the area like landscape, definitely bringing you the pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point, then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Powerslam show. Let's go. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam show. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam show. Turn it up.
There you go. There is the intro.
That was great.
If you will.
It was great. That
After 408 episodes, there is the intro video of the Pancakes and Powerslams show.
was great.
Absolutely.
It's great to see the evolution.
That's right.
Of your hair.
Yeah.
Slicked back, then it was fluffy, then it was pent up, and then it was had like one dread down your face, and
It's just everywhere, man. It's everywhere. It's up.
Yeah.
It's
Evolution.
down. It's everywhere. Lexi is in the building.
Lexi Express.
In the
Lexi.
building. What's going on, Lexi?
Wrench. What you call it? The wrench. The wrench. What's it called? The wrench club.
The wrench mob.
Wrench mob. There you go.
Yeah, the wrench mob.
Speaking of which, whatever happened? Just to be random. Now, you and I growing up, everyone knows with us where the goat is Sting. So growing up, you was either a Hulkamaniac or a Stinger. Bret Hart didn't really have, a fan base name. But whatever happened to like the Chain Gang and the Edge Heads and what was the Captain Charisma's people? We had all the fan clubs. Like, what happened to those? Creatures of the Night, Jeff Hardy.
Creatures, yeah. Of the night. Lexi, did you see the intro video? I'll play it again. I'll play it again for you if you need to look at it.
Cool, thank you. Anton, what's up? Me and shout out to Joe. We all friends. So,
yeah. Lexi, let me know if you saw the intro video. I mean, Lexi's she's a part of the wrench mob.
She's been
a PNP.
OG.
Yeah, she's an OG. Lexi's
OG
the
at PNP.
Yeah. So let me know if you saw it, Lexi. If you did not see it, I'll play it again real quick before we go into the headlines. So, give me the update on that, man. So I'm glad you all liked the intro. And it's crazy that 408 episodes. Yeah, Lexi, let me know. I see it says you're looking for it. You did love it. Okay, great. Awesome. Yeah, I do. I do. I got a video for headlines too. And I got a video for the week too. So
great.
Yeah.
What about I do it for you? You got a video for that?
No, I should. That would be interesting. I'll do it for you. All right, so without further ado, actually, you know what? I'm actually in the flavor of the week. I think Mike. I think he suggested best Intercontinental Mania matches of all time. I want to save that, and I'm going to do what I do a lot. This is the last show before the Royal Rumble, so come flavor of the week, I'm going to do what I do yearly, which is I have every name in a hat. Brian's asking if I'm doing anything for my anniversary show. Most likely bring in a big interview. Yeah, 8 years. Wow, it's crazy. 8 years.
Want to try to say it again? Three's the charm, man.
Yeah. So yeah, like I do every year with the Royal Rumble. I have a list of people's names in a basket. So what I do is I actually draw names, and the name that I draw is the name that is eliminated. So I'm doing like a backwards Royal Rumble. So I'll have all the names on there, and I'll eliminate the people who I draw. The last name that is actually in the basket is the predicted winner of the Royal Rumble match. Now, of course, there's not 30 people in there. There's not 30 names in there yet, but we'll just go with it because there should never be 30. There should never be 30 people locked in for the Royal Rumble. One of the best parts of the Royal Rumble is that there's actually surprises. So
Yeah.
that's that. Yeah, you should never have 30 people locked in the Royal Rumble.
You know what was bad? I think I texted you yesterday. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I was watching Raw. I think I was watching a little bit of it. And I was like, you know what? I totally forgot Sethy Boy. Seth Rollins won the Rumble last year. Totally
He
forgot.
did, unfortunately. Keep
I
talking.
totally
I
forgot
dropped
that.
my basket, so keep talking.
Everybody know why Chris is getting that together. Out the fees boxes, I told the Great Pain Feed Nation I'll be taking articles from my basement. I got stuff from all the way from the 70s up until now. Look at this. Team Extreme. Remember this? Oh, it's a blockbuster video. Right there. Man, everybody look different. Everybody done gained weight. Jeff and Matt. Some of them lost. Christian. Bubba looks great. Leader still looks the same.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Keep sharing your library there.
Yeah.
While I get this together before we get to the headline. So if you have any other thing in your library you want to share, go for it.
Then let me know too. Also, number 2, I have, this is way back in the day, Action Zone. First of all, look at the Undertaker and Vader. God rest Leon White, who was a good friend of mine. Leon White and Vader. And then in the back, you see young Stone Cold Steve Austin, Vader, and I can't make out who that is. Down below. Nigga, Ahmed Johnson versus Vader. What a high flying match that is. Savio Vega versus Stone Cold. Ahmed Johnson was on this a lot. Wildman, Mark Merrill. Oh my heart, British Bulldog. Great stuff. Also, T, you remember this? Any video game fans? If you remember, back in the day, you got these VHS tapes. It was video cassettes then. And when you got it, Todd Pettengill actually gave you one of them cheat codes for WrestleMania the arcade game. So definitely great stuff. What's going on, Mike? Good to see you safe in Vegas. And Anton. Yeah, you say DVD. So another thing I have too, me and Chris joke about the ingenious creation is the Survivor Series. The first one. Triple H, Jericho, Kane, Booker T. He always said that funny. Look, RVD, we already know his stuff kind of gets censored, and HBK. Great pay-per-view. One of my favorites. And just to let you know this is legit because it actually said Survivor Series. So, good stuff. And Scott Steiner debuted. He debuted at the Survivor Series. Good thing. And I could go all day with my stuff. VHS tapes and definitely whatnot. For that. So I was saying, with the Rumble coming up, guys, let PNC Nation let us know. Are you excited about the Rumble? How do you feel? I feel like the Rumble, normally in years past, the Rumble seems like it takes forever to come, like Christmas. This year, it was out the blue. Like, oh, I forgot the Rumble was this Sunday. So the buddy of mine texted me, was like, hey, you know the Rumble's this Sunday. You're having a Rumble party. So
yeah,
let us know. I was like, oh man, it is the Rumble.
Yeah. My son's birthday is on Sunday, so
Which one?
Ian, my youngest son, my middle child.
Ian.
Yeah, so he turns 5. Ian turns 5 on Sunday, so we'll be having a birthday party throughout the afternoon for him, and I'll probably be catching the Rumble a bit later, probably an hour later. Usually starts at 7, so I'll probably catch it about an hour later after his party's over. So,
Anton mentioned this true. This Friday is Hard Times Daddy. Saturday is when Worlds Collide.
Yes, that should be interesting. Yeah, that
Sunday is the Rumble. So, man, we got every day of the week. Monday was Raw, Tuesday was today is Power, tomorrow of course AEW NXT, Thursday NXT UK, Friday SmackDown. So we literally for this week, as we mentioned before, 7 days, every day of this week is wrestling.
Yeah, a week of wrestling.
And you get tired of it.
When I say enjoy your week of wrestling, I really mean it this time. I really mean it.
Tired of it.
Yep. Joseph's asking if I can pick one surprise entrant for the Royal Rumble, who would it be? That's a good question. I like the nostalgic ones. I like just the ones who won't win, but it's just fun. It's just
I got
fun
one.
to see. I think I would say
I got one.
if he's up to it, I would say Jake Roberts because he's
got
been
21.
He's one. You want to play 21?
21, I
got 22. I would say Jake Roberts just because he's wanted to do it for a long time. That was like his DDP yoga goal was to get to the Royal Rumble match. He hasn't had that opportunity yet. He's made the Hall of Fame after his journey to recovery, but he's never had an opportunity to get back in the Royal Rumble match. So I would say Jake.
Jake's a good dude. Me?
Jake, DDT.
21. I got 22.
Y'all remember WrestleMania Arcade?
Oh yeah. Was
Off
it
the top
arcade? No,
rope.
I thought it was WrestleFest.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
DDT.
Yeah. Off the top rope.
Remember the Road Warriors? That Hulk would be like this. It didn't warrior. Mean Gene. That was great stuff, man.
Yeah.
My surprise entrance. Somebody said Disco Inferno. Cool. Wow. I should hit up Glenn and ask him. Okay. Darren, I hope I'm saying your name right. Parrish. Conan isn't in the best of health to do anything right now. So it would be good to see him. I would love to see my man Skinner, Steve Kern.
Huh.
He's gonna lose that reverse DDT, that dip, that old stuff.
Yeah.
The Beverly Brothers. I mean, come on, man.
Bring back Jacob and Eli Blue.
Leave,
Bring back Quang.
Quang.
Bring,
Well, you can't bring who back because Jim Ninehouse going.
yeah.
My man Kimchi. Bring back Kimchi.
Kimchi. Bring back Kimchi. Yeah. Wasn't that Lombardi?
Yeah, it was Lombardi.
Yeah.
Brother Kimchi.
Kimchi.
He's passed away. I would love to see. This is old school fans, even though he never was in WWE. My man, Skandal Akbar.
Oh, nice.
That'll be great.
Nice. That's some that's some old school, man.
Scotty Riggs.
Global.
Leaf Cassidy.
I was thinking Leaf Cassidy.
My good buddy, yeah.
I was thinking bring back Al Snow. How about Maven? How about you?
Mr. No Show? He ain't never no show. He was Sid.
Oh man! Oh, he no showed you.
Yeah, Mama told you he no showed me. I've only had two no shows in my 7-year career. Now, Maven, well, Mr. Hughes, I give him a pass because he apologized to me, and my man Dan Severn got on his case too. How you gonna stand up after him, man? He's a good dude. Oh, brother, I'm sorry, I forgot. Same thing he told you.
Yeah.
But he was sincere. We had a spirit of discernment, so he was.
Yeah.
Maven, yes. Maven.
Yeah, bring back Maven.
Maven.
We want Maven. We want Maven. Right. Start that hashtag. We want Maven. Maven Royal Rumble 2020. We want Maven. So
Boogeyman.
Yeah. The thing with the Boogeyman though is that I don't know. It just seems a bit cheesy, though. I mean, like that wouldn't be like a big, huge surprise. I think when for some reason Hurricane got a huge pop when he came back. Yeah. So that was really, really cool.
I got one. Southern Justice.
Southern Justice. I do remember Southern Justice. I do remember Southern Justice. Let's see. All right. So, oh man, I loved that Heyman
that
and
was
Truth
great.
segment last week. You know how I am, man. With Truth, I'm always a huge advocate for Truth, man. I think he just continues to be innovative. I thought that was absolutely hilarious, man. What I think of Lesnar being the Royal Rumble. Prayers for recovery for who? What happened?
Yeah, let me see.
Oh, okay. Oh goodness. Okay, Greg.
Oh man, Greg, yeah.
My wife just went through emergency open heart surgery last month and is slowly recovering to catch up on YouTube, but I missed the live show. Hope all is well with you.
Yeah.
First of all, Greg, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And dropping by despite your wife having open heart surgery.
Right.
That means a whole lot to us. And we definitely praying for Brandy's recovery. And we know that God is a healer, and we will petition to have his way in this situation. So definitely praying for you, Greg, and your wife. All right, so let's get to some headlines. So I don't think Lexi's seen this. Lexi sees the YouTube versions, but not the live version. So I just debuted this last week. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, headlines. Here we go. There you go. Rocky Johnson passes away at 75. Oh, that's a good question, Joseph. We'll get to that. Ask me that again about the bringing in James Storm. I think he's doing good in NWA though. I don't know. Yeah, as far as James Storm, I think he's set. Joseph's asking real quick. Joseph's asking what I think about bringing in James Storm and reuniting Beer Money with Rick. I guess you meant Rude, Bobby Roode. Yeah, I think he's in a good spot in NWA for one, and for two, I just don't see them going too far. They'll probably have a good initial run or a few weeks, but WWE isn't very consistent with keeping their tag team division.
Unless the tag team was like legendary.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, Beer Money was good.
Yeah, even legendary though, like they did a poor job with the Dudleys when they came back. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. So let's talk about Rocky Johnson. Legend in the business. I actually had an exclusive interview with I called up superstar Bill Dundee. Bill Dundee was tag champs with him in Continental, and so he had something to share. That's actually on the Wrestling Rumors page and YouTube. So check out that exclusive. And so he shared a lot, but 75 years old, WWE Hall of Famer. You actually had an experience with Rocky Boy. So share, let the PNP Nation know your Rocky Johnson story.
I met I'm gonna tell the funny joke. I'm trying not to get emotional because I watched the Rock's IG post. The close friend of mine sent it to me. So I met Rocky Johnson 2018. We were in I think we was in NOLA, right? Me and you was in NOLA.
Yep.
And first time I met Rocky, he was sitting in the lobby. We were staying at the hotel with WWE, and Rocky was sitting in the lobby across from Tony Atlas, who I'm cool with, had on my show. And this guy came up. He was a Caucasian guy out the blue. And Rocky's a good dude. And he kept pestering him about an interview. He had like the little cassette thing in his hand. And Rocky Johnson was like, brother, I don't want to do no interviews. No interviews. No interviews. I don't want no interview. no dirt sheets, no nothing, no radio interviews, no nothing. I don't want to do it. I'm not interested. He didn't cuss. But he was very. No, Rocky Johnson's arms are huge. His arms were still as big and not big as Tony Atlas. And it was hilarious. And after that, I came up to Rocky. And, Mr. Soulman, he said, "Sir, nice to meet you." Tony Atlas came up, put his, his big old hand on my shoulder on purpose, an inside joke. "Hey, brother, what's up?" Rocky Johnson was adamant. He was not trying to get an interview. He had a glass of, he had like a cup of drink. It was a beverage, some type of alcohol. And he was cool. He was not drunk, but anybody that know, man, Chris being professionals, like Ryan could tell you too, because he's done TV and radio. If you go to any of the boys or girls in anything, wrestling, pro athletes, and I've interviewed people, not just wrestling, Hall of Fame boxers, people that's been on Netflix, people that runs Netflix shows at the top hit, Stranger Things and all of them. If they say no, leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
Do not pester. But Rocky, to his credit, was very professional, and he was, doing a little shake and stuff. I don't want no interviews, not at all. No dirt sheets. I'm not interested. But yeah, and I saw him last year too at I think one of the conventions I went to.
Yeah.
Rocky Johnson was a good dude. Still strong. If you get a chance, please watch The Rock's Instagram post about his dad. I know how The Rock feels, Chris. Anton, Lexi, Mike, GHP, people I talked to outside the show. Now I lost my mom 2.5 years ago. So everything The Rock said about how he felt, feeling like it knocks you down and you smile with the good times and it's hard. I definitely understand how he feels. He's still close with his dad. You can see it on The Rock's face. He still was strong, and I'm friends with the Samoa family. Shout out to Lance, and the family that lives in Pennsylvania. I'm not gonna mention all their names. Kishi, good buddies with them over the years, and I pray for them. It was very close, and was a good dude, man. Rocky Johnson was a legend.
Yeah.
And if you can go back, that man took one mean chair shot with the wooden chairs. The wooden chairs.
Old school wooden chairs.
Old school. So rest in peace, soul man. He the first African American black tag team champions of the WWF.
That's right. So here's the post. The video post is like almost 8 minutes long. 8 minutes. I don't know if it has any profanity on it or not. This one is clean here. I love you. You broke color barriers, became a ring legend, and trailblazed your way through this world. I was a boy sitting in the seats, watching and adoring you, my hero from afar. The boy you raised to always be proud of our cultures and proud of who and what I am. The boy you raised with the toughness of love, the intense work, the hard hand, the adoring boy who wanted to know only your best qualities, who then grew to become a man realizing you had other deeply complicated sides that needed to be held and understood. Son to father, man to man. That's when my adoration turned to respect and my empathy turned to gratitude. Grateful that you gave me life. Grateful that you gave me life's invaluable lessons. Dad, I wish I had one more shot to tell you I love you before you crossed over to the other side, but you were ripped away from me so fast without warning. Gone in an instant and no coming back. I'm in pain. We both know it's just pain and it'll pass. Now I'll carry your mama and work ethic with me as it's time to move on because I have my family to feed and work to accomplish. Finally, I want you to rest your trailblazing soul. So, man, pain-free, regret-free, satisfied, and at ease. You live a very full, very hard, barrier-breaking life and left it all in the ring. I love you, Dad, and I'll always be your proud and grateful son. Go rest high. R.I.P. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. Good stuff. Very, very poignant piece of literature there. So yeah, 75 years old. It's always tough. I mean, no matter if you're 105, losing your father is tough. I mean, especially when you had a relationship with them. So, yeah. So so prayers go out to The Rock and Ada, and Ada's his ex-wife, and so the Maivia and Johnson family for WWE Hall of Famer Rocky Johnson. All right. Next one, we'll get to Ask Chris questions here in a bit. Edge denies WWE in-ring return rumors. So there's some stuff going around here.
Yeah.
People saying that that he went to Pittsburgh to get evaluated, and he said that he didn't. He said people are just making stuff up. So one of the biggest rumors now is that he's going to be a surprise entrant to be in the Royal Rumble. Now, there's even been talks of Edge versus Lesnar at Mania, which I don't want to see.
No, gosh.
I don't want to see that.
I didn't want to see it back in 2003.
Right. I don't want to see that. Yeah, I think it should just be I don't want to see Edge versus Lesnar at WrestleMania. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how that would even make sense at all, but it just won't make sense. You need someone someone who you can depend on as far as building them up to go against Lesnar. Now, I've said this before. I'm all about glitz and glamour. I'm all about legend versus legend at WrestleMania. Yeah. WrestleMania is really an anomaly. It's really a show by itself. It's the showcase of the immortals. It's the granddaddy of them all. It's all those things. So I'm not opposed to legend versus legend at all. Like I'll be fine with Rock versus Lesnar for the title, but you just can't really put that much stock in Edge, right now, and he's been gone for when did he retire? 08? Was it 08? Was his last year?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What, right after Mania, wasn't it? Because I think Jericho beat him at Mania, right? Let me find out.
He
Jericho
beat him at
Mania. 2011.
2011. Because Del Rio, excuse me, Del Rio was supposed to win, but
Christian ended up winning, right?
Yeah,
Christian ended up beating Del Rio in the ladder match, I think it was, or something like that.
No. The WrestleMania Edge last match, Edge went against Del Rio.
Yeah, he went against Del Rio.
Del Rio was supposed
Jericho,
to win.
I think he went against Jericho the year before, right?
Year before, right?
Yeah. So Edge beats Del Rio. And then Edge retires
the next night.
I think he went against. I think he did a SmackDown match that week.
Did he?
Yeah. I think
maybe he retired the following weekend.
I think it was like I think it was like the following week. I think he did like a dark match. I think it was like against the Core. It's like an 8-man match or something like that.
That was sudden needs because Del Rio was supposed to go over. And when they got news about Edge's neck, they went ahead and had Edge win.
So he's one of the only people who won, who retired winning instead of retired losing, which is very interesting. A lot of people remember Trish Stratus did that, but she just came back recently and put Charlotte over. So she officially retired losing. So there's not a lot of people who do that. All right, so let's get to the last one we were supposed to be talking about was the Keith Lee. I think that was very interesting, the Keith Lee piece. Let's see. He talked about how I think he was on Corey Graves' interview. So how he was introduced to WWE management. So he was on Corey Graves' interview, and he actually put Lance Archer over, my buddy. Lance Archer over. These quotes is from Wrestling News. He says about 3 years this is how he got noticed by the company. About 3 years in being a wrestler, some people know him as Lance Archer. Some people know him as Lance Hoyt. Was in the WWE. So this is about 3 years in being a wrestler. Archer was there. He was in WWE and said to somebody that I should be the one to look for. Then I got invited to do some work. In my case, I got thrown into a barricade by one Mr. Triple H, and also got poked in the eye by Shane McMahon and punched in the face by Vince. That was my introduction to the bosses of today, which was that was very interesting. So basically, he had his first tryout in 2008. He was turned down, and then in 2011 he did some extra work. He did some work as an extra, and then he got asked for another tryout, and then he was turned down. And then in 2013, when the Performance Center first opened up, he was part of the first class, and then he was turned down for a third time. Very interesting. So at that point, he wasn't even sure if he would continue wrestling. And now it's crazy how that all works out, because I believe he's my favorite in NXT right now. I want them to push him to the moon. If I would have my way, he would go against Adam Cole at a takeover before Mania in Tampa. That would be my guess. I mean, he was, the breakout star of the year last year in NXT, and he's super over. I actually interviewed him in 2017. He talked about how he wanted to face Brock Lesnar in the WrestleMania at WrestleMania. That was cool. And so, yeah, I'm all for Keith Lee having, being the top guy in NXT, especially from his journey and his road, and where he came being turned down 3 times to get at the spot that he is now.
Yeah.
I think that's super cool. It seems like he'll probably beat Roddy for the North American Championship. Looks like that's where they're heading right now. He won the number 1 contenders match, and he's got a match coming up against Roderick Strong. I guess it makes sense to have him as North American champion, but for me, he'd be NXT champion, to be honest with you. But it looks like they're doing that. They're putting Ciampa in that spot. I get it, because he was injured and had to relate. So it makes sense. I get it. So I'd imagine being a North American champion makes sense right now.
Yeah, give him the North American title, build him up, keep making him the hottest thing. You got Ciampa, feed him with Cole, and at some point you gotta have the next big people. You got Keith Lee, and of course Velveteen, until he come back. So you gotta take it.
Absolutely.
Keith Lee really is a big deal. I've been following him for a number of years.
Oh, you went out. Your sound went out.
Yeah. What about now?
It's working now.
Okay.
It said, and then it went silent.
Illuminati coming. Illuminati. Be funny. But, it shows you gotta keep being persistent about your dreams. He got let go 3 times. Elias got denied 5 times.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln, even historical fact, lost the presidential race at least 14 before he finally won. So keep pushing on your dreams. I like Keith Lee.
Absolutely. All right. See what Lexi has to say. Did I cover the Tessa Blanchard debacle last week? If not, what were your thoughts on the revelations from Big Swole and other female wrestlers? Do you think Tessa handled it well? If you were managing her, how would you handle the situation? Fantastic question, Lexi.
Always a great question.
Because Lexi, because I remember you tweeted that, and I said, ask that question. And we didn't get to cover it last week, so I'm glad you this week.
How would you handle it?
So let's start off with the thoughts from Big Swole and other female wrestlers. Chelsea Green said something about it. Allison Kay said something about it. I believe Gail Kim defended her. But look, I mean, I don't know why someone would just lie and said, "Hey, you called her the N-word." I don't understand why someone would lie and say that. No, just out of the blue. It was a response to a tweet about making it and things like that. And yeah, so I don't know. I mean, of course, there's there's this side, that side, and then the the truth in the middle. But it just to me, just from observing, just from a observational standpoint, I just don't see how a tweet made by Tessa calls someone to lie. It wasn't even directed toward anybody. It calls someone to just, I'm just going to lie about Tessa Blanchard calling someone the N-word, and Tessa denied it. So someone's lying, of course. So if Tessa denied that she called someone the N-word, and then the person, I think it was Allison Kay, said that she did. It was the Allison Kay or Chelsea Green. I think it was Allison Kay that did. And said, I mean, she's the NWA champ, so she has a lot at stake, just to be making a lie. You know what I mean? So I just don't see it. I just don't see someone who's the NWA Women's Champion. And yeah, so basically she's trying to dig up dirt. Very, very interesting. So now there's, yeah, so was Allison Kay. It was Allison Kay. And so now the big thing is that Allison Kay saying that Tessa's trying to lie about her.
Yeah. So,
I'd say what I had. I said what I had to say. So I love to move on, but I have several. I just got several messages about Tessa Blanchard trying to spread lies. Unfortunately for you, I've built my 11-year reputation of being respectful. Instead of owning up to your mistakes, you lie, scheme, and prove you haven't changed. So, I mean, you just have to think about it in many directions here. Okay. Allison Kay has nothing to gain from this. Nothing. It's not like she's trying to usurp authority, or she's trying to gain some position. They work for two different companies. Tessa's in Impact, Allison's in NWA. So there's nothing she's trying to gain from this. She legitimately, from Allison's standpoint, based on her tweets, she legitimately does not like the fact that she, according to her, knows who Tessa is backstage, behind the curtains, off the cameras, and Tessa is portraying herself as someone who's not like that. So, like I said, obviously someone's lying. So either Allison is just a bitter woman lying about Tessa Blanchard that had nothing to do. It's not even the same company, not even trying to get her spot. She's just like, I see this tweet. Let me just lie and just tweet something about Tessa Blanchard. Yeah. So either that's the case, or Tessa is holding some things back that is indeed true. So my undergrad degree is in public relations. So as a PR guy, the more you hide a lie, the bigger it gets, and the more the harder the fall is when you trip over.
You gotta cover it up, yeah.
So and the more you just have to keep covering and covering. You have to see, the thing is always, that's why I'm a man of faith. You don't ever have to chase the truth. The truth is concrete. It's not. You don't have to chase it. You always have to chase lies, always. And no matter how you try to cover it up, you always have to chase a lie. So there was a tweet, she denied it, and we're still talking about it. So is she chasing a lie? Again, I can't give an affirmative opinion
Yeah.
on this because it's just based on tweets right now. I don't know Tessa personally. I've interviewed Tessa at a media scrum last year in New York. I've had Allison on my show, so that's as far as I know both of them. I've talked to both of them, Tessa and
Right.
Allison, but
Right.
I don't know either of them personally. So
Yeah,
I
same way.
can't say I know Tessa to know that she'll say this, or I know Allison to know that she'll say this or lie. I don't know. I don't know any of that. I was asked a question how I feel about it. My feelings is this: you can't. You always have to chase a lie, and it's weird to me that Allison would just make up something out of the blue, especially when you had someone like Chelsea Green, who's in a different company, which is
Exactly.
she's Chelsea Green. Out of anybody, it wouldn't want to text her because she's in the most successful of the three. I mean, Allison Kay's in NWA, Tessa's in Impact, and Chelsea's in NXT right now. So there's definitely nothing that she's wanting out of this to say that. I mean, if anything, Tessa, I'd imagine Tessa and Allison would want to be in NXT. So
Yeah.
it's not like Chelsea's some type of indie person right now trying to get some type of shine. If anything, she's trying to protect herself, because how the WWE and NXT is very, WWE is very cautious, very
PR.
They're really big on PR, so they're really adamant about protecting yourself in in the media and outside to other people. So if Chelsea's even willing to risk that to make sure that the truth, if it is the truth is spoken, it's just hard for me to believe that it didn't happen. So, and if it did, no need to lie about it. You know what I mean? If it did happen, again, I'm not saying that it did. I don't know. But if it did happen, there's no need to lie about it from a PR standpoint. And again, I have a PR, my background's in PR. So from a PR standpoint, the best thing you can do is say, I'm sorry, there was a mistake. This is what happened. Gives more details. This is why I did it. My fault. Please forgive me. Please accept it. Now I can move on and say whatever tweet it was, not to cover it up as if it didn't happen. Because if you do that, it just makes the situation much worse. So,
yeah, not mentioning names, I had got found out about it, and like you, I've talked to Allison K before. I've spoken to Tessa a few times. I talked to some people that confirmed some things. So she said it, like you said. Why would Allison K go out her way? Nothing to gain. Totally different company. She's the champ. Why would she just lie about something like that? The thing too, after she won the title at Hard to Kill, she did a post-match, post-match message, or she spoke, and one of the things she said was, winning the title. And then she also said, "Well, nobody's perfect," and that kind of rung a bell. And I got this from some people I know that was there at the pay-per-view before the video came out. I'm like, why would she say nobody's perfect? We all make mistakes.
yeah, right. Exactly.
So, like Antoine said, God only knows. If you said it, excuse me, fans. If you said it, apologize. Look, I'm sorry. Blah 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 blah. You and I, Chris, we've heard a lot worse. I know I have heard a lot worse backstage show. And being in the car traveling and taking some guys who I'm not mentioning in my vehicle, WWE, Impact, all of that, in my vehicle traveling the shows. I've heard a lot worse. And I'm not talking about racist stuff. I'm not talking about the N word or the K word for some, fans of the Jewish, what word I'm mentioning. I'm not saying it. But if you said it, just own up to it. Yo, I'm sorry. Caught up in the moment.
Yep.
Boom. But what do you Allison have to gain? Nothing. She's doing well in WA. She's the champ. So we will see. And Alexi had a follow-up question about.
Yep.
Yeah, Alexi, they asked a follow-up question about is this a troublesome rumor? Is the key reason that Tessa has not been called to AEW or WWE? Do you believe if she was given those opportunities, should go the way of Lars Sullivan? So, sorry,
Well,
my screen went black. So sorry, Alexi, for botched. I think I read your question pretty much well to the screen went black.
that's good.
Yeah, if just WWE's publicly traded, anything with sexual harassment, anything sexual, anything racial, if she was in WWE and just this came out, she would immediately go ghost.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, she would go. And the thing is this, Lars is actually proof. In the court of law, it's tangible evidence. You can see on the Reddits, he said that. So he's definitely as you see what happened with him, forget if he's hurt or not, they had to take him off because it was tangible evidence. It was proven that he said these things. Hogan, same thing. He got recorded, you heard it, so they had to do it. With her, they probably would have took off TV, no explanation, 30 days, 60 days, and then brought her back. Probably did some kind of internal, similar to what they did with Enzo. Beforehand. So wish him the best. Hey, at the end of the day, you gotta repent. In your heart. If you did something wrong, you lied about it, you gotta answer to God.
That's right.
Or whatever higher being, or whatever faith you believe in. Me and Chris, you answer to God at the end of the day. For that conviction in your heart, you gotta go to Him and and get it right. So
it's down. Even it don't matter.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, God knows.
Yeah, He does.
What do you think of Lesnar being in the Rumble match? I personally think that Lesnar shouldn't be in the match at all. That match is for the winner going to WrestleMania to challenge him or Bray for the belt. Now, here's how I feel about this, Marissa.
I like it.
And we'll get to the flavor of the week real quick. We got about 10 minutes. I like it. I was very cautious. I thought it was stupid. I like it because of this. At the end of the day, whoever won was probably going to go for the Universal Championship. So that means that there would have had to been some angle that would have been formed on Raw, probably the next night or something like that. I think this is a shot put to the WWE Championship angle for WrestleMania, whatever it is. Here's the deal. Whoever wins the match, and so they're probably Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is my favorite WWE guy, but I actually am writing an article
The big dog
on Fan Buzz. I'm writing now, and this has been a hectic few days, but I'm actually writing now, and I'll be finishing up tomorrow of one person who I think should win. I know Roman Reigns is probably going to do it. But there's one person who I feel should win the Royal Rumble and should go against the Fiend. And so there's a cliffhanger. Just have to wait and see who it is. But I think this is good because it gives whoever eliminates Brock Lesnar what I think it should be is Brock Lesnar last 20 minutes or something. He just demolishes someone. And this is even how it would be. This would be pretty dope. Lesnar, he's still going to be number one. Whoever comes in, he just demolishes. So you get like a Kurt Hawkins or a Zack Ryder. You get like Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, Cedric Alexander. Somebody
from 205 Live.
Yeah, like Akira Tozawa. You get like probably about 8, 9, maybe like I would say probably 5 or 6 string of people, and he just toss them. You just toss them, and then at number 8 or 9 or 10, and now even to do this, have like 3 people at one time trying to do it, and then he toss them or something like that. I would say it probably 12th, between like 9th and 12th or so, you have someone come out and and be the person who tosses Lesnar out. And I think you have to do it. You have to do it a snap. You have to make it whoever has like a snappy finisher that'll catch them off
That's
guard.
a strike or something. Yeah, like
First you think of is the Claymore kick. So Lesnar is dealing with some people in the ring already, trying to fight them off, just destroying them, and then all of a sudden he turns around, boom, Claymore kick. And that protects Lesnar because he doesn't have to, it's not a matter of him, getting beat up or getting dominated in any sense. It actually protects him because it's more of a out of nowhere, caught him off guard type of elimination. So I think that's what you do. I think if they're doing this face thing with Drew, I'm a big Drew McIntyre supporter. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about him being face right now. I think he still need those true heels, and he was one of the best pure heels. The fans are getting behind him. So if they want to do Drew versus Brock at Mania, as long as Drew is a face, I do not want to see, heel Drew versus heel Brock. If they do a good job making Drew a face and people are legitimately behind him, I'm all for it. Because I think Drew should have that opportunity. He should win the title. I'm cool with it. Totally cool with it. Drew McIntyre, to me, is one of the best names that you can use for that. Lesnar's a placeholder to push someone to a different level. That's why he should have the title. Yeah. So if Drew's that guy, I keep saying Braun because I think Braun should be that guy, but I'm totally cool with Drew. If Drew's that guy, the main events against Lesnar at Mania, I'm cool with it. Totally cool with it. I think it'll work. So I think he should just play more just like that. That sets up the angle, and that's the reason why Lesnar's in the Rumble. And I think it's a win-win. And the winner goes for the UV title.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this to Champion Nation, to I know other people that watching. Sometimes in the IWC, as fans as a whole, no matter what you do in wrestling, fans aren't happy. I got the title. Where you got the title? Why Brock ain't around? We miss Brock. Give the belt to somebody else. Give it to Seth. Why Seth got the title? Well, we hate Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns had been on top for a while. We need Roman Reigns back. Why Reigns for Brock in the Rumble? Look at this. You don't, as fans, as I'm still a fan, as Chris still a fan, we do not know for the first time in a while for Brock what the outcome is going to be. And that's a good thing because Brock, technically doing research, talked about this last week on my show, Brock has only been in 4 Rumbles. And then Brock Russell, I was at the Rumble, see me on the network, front row, when it was the triple threat with him, Braun, and Kane. If Brock was going against someone, we knew at the end of the day, what's the mystery? Brock's going to win. F5s, 3 F5s, 5 F5s, Brock lock, Kimura lock. We know. Brock is in the Rumble, so we don't know. Is he going to get eliminated right away? Is he going to last and be the final 4? Is he going to get eliminated in the middle? So, we can be happy about, be happy about we don't know. Brock can get eliminated right away. He can get eliminated the final 4. Reminds me of 95, Michael's Sweet Chimney, the Diesel, Nash, flipping over. It's like, So what I've got from Intel, and I'm not mentioning who this person is, he knows who it is because I know he think he's watching, is supposed to be Bray and Daniel again and Mania. Drew is being talked about against Brock. He kind of talked about being a triple threat. But Drew, like you said, the Claymore kick, we need something there. I mean, no one cared about Seth last year. We was there. We know people were just happy because the match was first. That's why everybody was excited.
Yes.
It was like, wow, Brock's in the first match and Brock doesn't have the title anymore.
Right.
It mainly
Exactly.
had because Brock lost it though, as opposed to Seth winning.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm trying to
That was
figure
the
out.
only match. I think that was one of the only matches that I actually
Yeah,
looked
because you
at.
were in pain. Yeah, you was in pain.
Migraine. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I went all.
We gotta
that
make
night.
up. We gotta make up for it this year, man. Because
Yeah,
I could not enjoy that Mania.
you were in pain.
Just a
Well,
splitting headache. And I was
it was
cold and
hard.
nice.
It was hard to do it when you had Triple H, who had to have a 40-minute match, a Cosby Show episode intro. People that
Had
wasn't
the
there.
LED board raise up, and you're bringing out
Right.
the bike, and it was like
And people that may not, you won't know this unless you were alive. It was a botch because whoever was driving the SUV for Batista's entrance didn't know how to parallel park. So remember the SUV got stuck.
yeah.
So if you go back and watch Mania from last year, I wonder why they kept bleeping Batista's music. That's because the SUV got stuck and he had to back all the way out so the screen could go down for Triple H. So, and like I said, I met Triple H, I've been dinner with Triple H, met him a couple times. He's a nice dude. He's cool. He ain't my boss, so I can't talk about professionally. Personally, he's nice. But to address Cole's question, was it Joe asked Evan, who would Triple H fight this year at Mania? I have no idea. One thing is for sure, he's one of the longest entrants. Our Mania is going to be dedicated to Triple H. It's going to be a 35-minute match. It's going to be a 30-minute intro with the addition of a 10-minute promo before the match, and then you got the post-game promo. So Triple H, if they get Punk, I mean, who's Triple H going to fight this year? I know he got to be part of Mania. Cool. If they get Punk and they happen to get Punk all that money he won and let him main Mania be Triple H and CM Punk.
Finally Triple H and Punk.
No, God. But other than that, who you gonna fight? I got an idea. How about Triple H? How about Triple H finish feuds that never got really resolved? We never got an ending to Braun and Triple H. We never got an ending to that couple years ago.
I think you do more of an NXT type of representative type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so it's about time. Just a couple of questions real quick. Joseph, who's my favorite wrestler in AEW? Chris Jericho, of course. But as far as the babyface is concerned, oh gosh, I don't even know if I have one. I like Kenny Omega, but I don't know.
Darby, man.
I like Darby Allin.
Darby is the no. Know what? I'll take it back. I'm not. You know me. I don't go by the status quo, the popular answer. Everyone's going to see Darby. My favorite AEW right now is Orange Cassidy. The dude has to do nothing. He can just stay in there. He's over, and he does nothing. And you know you're over. We said this about Elias a few years ago. You know you're over when you have fans cosplaying, or people that know what cosplaying is. You have fans dressing up as yourself. You have little kids and women and men dressing up, and you see that watching AEW. You see people dressing up as Orange, as Darby, as MJF. So
to me, Orange Cassidy is. I think he's funny. I think it's funny, but to me, he's just way too niche for me. His character's funny, but he's definitely not one of the people who would. He would have a regular match or really sell some shows.
He's what you call he's a comedy relief. He's like Police Academy. What's the dude? My buddy, the black dude, the noises.
Yeah,
that's what he is. You need him here and there. Give him like a 5-second, maybe 2-minute segment. But overall, for his wrestling, Darby's great. I love MJF.
Yeah.
And you saw your boy Roman Reigns, your other Boo Bear, wore MJF scarf. Did you see that?
I have a Boo Bear. One. Boo Bear.
Did you see that scarf Roman Reigns wore?
All right, so let's do Rumble. predictions real quick. We only got a few minutes left. Actually, we're working overtime, so only got a few minutes left. Let's do Andrade. I think one of the questions were, I'm sorry I didn't get to address all of the extras questions. Please ask them next week if it's not, if it's dealing with something not Rumble related. Someone did ask about Andrade and Alberto Carrillo, how I feel about that. I'm just not interested, right? Honestly, right now I'm just not. I wish that somebody someone for the U.S. Championship was. I wish it was somebody different, honestly. All right, who you got? Andrade versus Alberto.
I never can say his name. Andrade.
Andrade, yes.
Right. Charlotte plays Bull Bear.
Bailey versus Lacey Evans.
I think Lacey should get it, but they're gonna give it to Bailey. She needs some steam. You forgot she's a heel.
Yeah. Shorty G, Sheamus.
Oh gosh, what is even it? Sheamus.
Yeah, Sheamus. Reigns versus Corbin.
Reigns, because like anything else, the babyface gets beat up all weekend. The babyface wins the pay-per-view. Shawn Michaels.
Lynch versus Asuka. If they have Reigns, I know we don't have time to really get into it, but if they have Reigns winning the Rumble, I think he may lose to Corbin now.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good
Lynch versus Asuka.
Give it to Asuka. You have a win and make Lynch get the return match at whatever the pay-per-view is in between Royal Rumble and Mania.
I think it's Lynch. It's a placeholder. I mean, she's tag champ. Asuka is. They're not gonna have her be double champ. Yeah. Fina Y versus Daniel Bryan.
DQ. Fina win.
Yeah, and Women's Royal Rumble match. I think there's only 4 people advertised to be right.
Oh gosh.
Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and Sarah Logan.
Who do you name? Vacant.
Yeah,
one thing's for sure. It will be a female.
Charlotte. They may give it to Charlotte.
It will be a female.
If Ronda Rousey
Ronda
entrance, I would have Ronda
Rousey. I did hear that. She's supposed to be entrant. I've heard a couple of times she's supposed to be number 30. So
we'll see. All right. Flavor of the week is the Royal Rumble winner. So flavor of the week. Here we go.
It is now time for the flavor of the week.
There you go. There's the flavor of the week video. All right. So if I pick them, this person eliminated. So I have the list of names, 22 names right there. So we have 22 so far that's in the Royal Rumble. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna do this quickly. I have to give Cole some love though. He had a really super dope post on here that I have to share real quick before we leave. Hopefully I can find it. This is a good problem to have. There's a lot of comments on here, so I can have that problem every day, every week. Oh, here it is. Who's paying for their cheeseburger this month? Y'all need to so we can get some more cool videos. That's the comment of the night there from Cole. And Cole, your shirt will be coming soon, by the way. So expect your shirt in about a week.
What is that in Cole's picture? That looks like a title belt that's hanging above his head. Is that what that is? Is that a man? What is that?
Cole, let us know what that is.
All right,
the first person I pick. We got a roll. So if I pick you, you're out. Elias is out of the Royal Rumble.
And that struggle is going to be bit longer than him being in the ring.
Shinsuke Nakamura is out.
He's in the Rumble?
Yes,
he's in the Rumble?
Next,
Apollo Crews.
AJ Styles is out of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he's out.
Next,
it's a Pele.
Eric Rowan out of the Royal Rumble. Next, let's go to the comments down here. Next, Samoa Joe eliminated Next.
Ranjit Singh, Kevin Steen,
Next.
any black wrestler.
King Corbin out of the Royal
Yeah.
Rumble. Next, we have Rusev out of the Royal Rumble. Eliminated.
They are pushing that storyline, man.
Next, we have. Ooh. Gone. Drew McIntyre is out of the Royal Rumble. All right, who's next? Roman Reigns out.
Wow, not your boy.
Eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Next, Buddy Murphy gone. New tag team champion. We didn't get the Raw or SmackDown, but I'm loving the Seth Rollins thing right now. I think it's good. It's good heel heat.
Are you a
so I like the Rollins and Murphy tag team champion idea. Brock Lesnar out. Gone. He gone.
Apology, Featherstone.
Rey Mysterio, he's out of there.
Well, he ain't never won. That one time.
Yeah, we thought.
Yeah.
06.
Yeah,
Otis. Too much.
Heavy machinery.
Too much of that. That. What was it? Sweet fruitcake. Yeah, he had too much fruitcake. Ricochet gone.
Why do you even add tag teams in the Rumble? We know they're not going to win. That's just a waste of space.
Randy Orton out of there.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. But he'll last the final four.
He's had two already. He doesn't need three.
Yeah, he could go three like Austin.
Bobby Lashley gone.
Oh man.
Next,
he needs the main event Mania. Lashley against Brock.
Kevin Owens.
He's going to NXT. He'll be in there for like 10 minutes.
Next, Dolph Ziggler out of the Royal Rumble.
Man.
We have the final four right now. All right, who's the next elimination of the Royal Rumble? It's gonna be
Kane.
The final four is going to include Tucker from Heavy Machinery, the final four, but he's eliminated. All right, final three. I don't even remember the names that are in here that I put in here. Final three. The third from last person being eliminated from the Royal Rumble is Braun Strowman. Final two.
Having a Shane like
Final two. The last person, the runner-up of the Royal Rumble is Seth Rollins. So,
yeah, he doesn't need one.
Winner of the 2020 Royal Rumble is, spoiler to my article, Aleister Black. Aleister Black is the winner of the 2020 Royal Rumble match. Very interesting. It's actually a little bit of a spoiler to my article because I want to defend that. This is all random drawings. So Aleister Black wins, and check out my article on Fanbuzz of why he should win. Actually, it's very interesting. That was totally unplanned. I totally just picked from.
It was by design, brother.
Aleister Black was is my choice of who should win. And I'll explain why. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was fun. That was exciting. 408 episodes in the books. Special thanks to my buddy Rico Constantino, and of course, this guy right here, Evan Tech Proud, ladies and gentlemen, for 408 episodes.
What did you say?
God bless. Enjoy your week of wrestling. And always remember.
Thanks, Bisco. We gotta go. We're out of time. We gotta go.
I'll do it for you. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.